light on the wall, coffee steaming, quiet in my soul. I talk to God before I talk to the world. Ask for patience, ask for truth to be heard. I see the headlines screaming every day, fear dressed up like it's here to stay. But there's a still small voice I know, says love's the only way to go. I won't trade my heart for anger, I won't let my spirit harden. If the night is getting darker, I'll be a candle in the garden. We're standing up to evil with love in our hands, praying for the healing of every woman and man. No fists in the air, just open palms and song. We're standing up to evil by choosing what's right, by walking together into the light. Forgiveness, justice, mercy and grace. We're standing up to evil by loving this place. I see people gathering in the park, strangers singing till it gets dark. Guitars ringing, kids on the grass, old souls laughing like the past came back. No labels on the clothes we wear, no walls between us anywhere, just voices rising one by one, like heaven leaning toward the sun. If the world is built on money, let us build on something better. Faith that moves like rolling thunder, hope that lasts forever. We're standing up to evil with love in our hands, talking to God daily, doing the best that we can. No hate in our words, no stones in our song. We're standing up to evil by staying kind, by leaving fear far behind. Peace isn't weakness, it's holy and strong. We're standing up to evil all along. Bless the broken, bless the lost, bless the ones who count the cost. Bless the rich and bless the poor, bless the ones outside the door. Teach us how to listen again, teach us how to call each other friend. Let the truth be soft and clear, let love be louder than fear. There's a prayer in every step we take, every promise we refuse to break. If the world forgot how to dream, we'll remind it what believing means. Not perfect, but we show up clean, with open hearts and busted jeans. No throne to climb, no crown to wear, just souls that still know how to care. We're standing up to evil with love in our hands, faith on our lips, hope in the sand. If the system's broken, we won't burn it down. We'll plant something better all around. We're standing up to evil by kneeling to pray, by forgiving each other day after day. Justice with mercy, truth without hate. We're standing up to evil before it's too late. So talk to God in the morning light, sing in the park late into the night. If the world feels heavy, don't run or flee. Stand up in love, stand up with me. Kitchen floor, birds arguing outside the door. Steam from a cup, the world's still slow. I haven't checked my phone, no. Window open, cool air moves like heaven passing through the room. I don't need the perfect words, just an honest voice, just a nervous nerve. I don't come with answers, I don't come with plans, just a tired heart and these open morning prayer, open window, talking to God real low, asking for a better way for tomorrow and today. No big sermon, no disguise, just truth in my tired eyes. Morning prayer, open window, help me love this world I know. I never sit with or shake their hand. I pray for the angry, the scared, the proud, the ones who only feel safe being loud. I pray for the kids learning how to cope, for the ones who gave up hope. I pray for mercy to outpace fear, for love to get louder every year. If I change a little, if my heart grows wide, maybe that's how the world turns the let the light come in slow. Teach me how to listen first before I speak, before I curse. If justice needs, say courage too. Teach me what love would do. Morning prayer, open window, start the change in me, not you. Traffic wakes, another chance, another day. I don't know how it all gets fixed, but I know love still exists. If faith is walking, not the shout, then I'll walk it slowly out. Step by step, breath by breath, living louder than the deaf. Morning prayer, open window, peace like a steady flow. Not a feeling, not a trend, just how I treat my enemy and friend. If I fall, help me rise with forgiveness in my eyes. Morning prayer, open window, let my life be what I show. Bless my words before they leave, bless what I post, bless what I believe. Bless my silence, bless my sound, bless the holy common ground. If the night comes back too soon, if I forget this quiet room, pull me back to where I start, with the window and the heart. Morning prayer, open to care. If the world is breaking through, let me be some good news too. Morning prayer, open window, I'll keep talking God to you. It's a lifeline. Screens are glowing, words collide. Everybody's sure they're right. I step away, I turn it down. Walking slow, a street in town. In the quiet, in the pause, I hear something without applause. It doesn't shout, it doesn't beg, it doesn't need a flag or a thread. It doesn't push, it doesn't force, it just keeps whispering its cause. Still small voice, cutting through the noise. Not the loudest, but the truest choice. When the world pulls hard in every way, still small voice telling me to stay. Kind when it's easier to run, soft when the war drums come. Still small voice, I know that you're the one. I've been wrong more times than I can say. Let my fear take the wheel someday. I shouted truth with a clenched jaw, called it justice, called it law. But love never needed my defense, just my hands and my consent. Just a heart that's willing to bend and listen deeper than the trend. It speaks in grace, it speaks in calm, like a psalm without a bomb. It asks me who I wanna be when nobody's watching me. Still small voice, when I'm split in two, when my anger feels justified too. When I'm tempted just to pick a side, still small voice pulls me back inside. Says truth and love are not opposed. You can stand firm without closed fists. Still small voice, don't let me go. I hear it walking through the trees, I hear it in apologies. I hear it when I choose to pause before I break another soul with words. It says slow down, breathe. You're not God, you're meant to be. A mirror, not a judge. A river, not a flood. When the headlines start another fire, when every comment climbs higher, I lay my weapons on the ground and choose a quiet There's a ring at the bottom of my cup, like a halo from staying up. Too late trying to fix the world with half-formed thoughts and prayers unheard. The morning finds me where I am, not who I was, not who I planned. Just a table, a chair, some light, and the grace to make it through the night. I don't need a mountain flame, just a whisper that knows my name. These are coffee cup songs written in the quiet. No cathedral walls, just a heart that's trying to stay soft in a heart and land. Stay open, understand. These are coffee cup songs between me and God. Our idle words, they still breathe, written for the worst of me. Not the version I show online, but the one who doubts and wastes time. If holiness lives anywhere, it's here in the unanswered prayer, in the space between amen and trying again. If faith is showing up this way, then I'm faithful enough today. These are coffee cup songs with shaking hands, prayers for enemies I don't yet understand. For the days I fail the test, for the nights I need more rest. These are coffee cup songs, I confess. Outside, the world is picking sides, drawing borders in bold lines. Inside this room, I'm learning slow. Love's a seed, not a show. I ask for mercy I can give, not just words I say I live. I ask for courage dressed as calm in these coffee cup songs. These are coffee cup songs, not polished or strong. Just me telling you bless the light. Sun finds the cracks in the blinds before the world gets loud, before the stories choose their sides, before the storm clouds crowd. I sit with the quiet truth that doesn't need a screen. There's a light that's older than the news, and it's teaching me to breathe. I don't need another reason to be afraid. I need a reason to stay brave. I choose the light before the headlines, hope before the fear. I choose the truth that warms my hands over what I hear. If the world is selling panic fast, I'll walk a slower lane. I choose the light before the headlines every single day. Outrage in a bow, call it being informed, but peace never learned to shout, and love was never born from being warned. I've watched my heart get pulled apart by every breaking sound, so now I ground myself in grace before the noise comes down. If the truth needs rage to survive, it's not the truth I want in my life. I choose the light before the headlines, swear before the fight. I choose the long and faithful road over being right. If the sky is falling every hour, I'll keep my feet on ground. I choose the light before the headlines, before they pull me down. There's real pain I won't deny, real wounds that need a hand, but fear won't be the lens I use to try to understand. I'll listen deeper than the feed, I'll love wider than my lane. I'll trust a God who's not so I've seen what fear can buy and sell, how easy it is to ring that bell. One good reason, one bad day, and love gets packed and put away. They say get tough, they say get mean, they say that's how you stay unseen. But every time I play that part, I feel it tearing at my heart. I don't want power without grace, I don't want truth without a face. I won't trade my heart for being right, I won't lose my soul to win a fight. If the cost of standing tall is learning how to fall, still I won't trade my heart. I felt that anger feel like strength, like it could carry me a length. But it burns hot and leaves me cold, turns living love into control. I'd rather walk a little slow than run with stones I have to throw. I'd rather lose a crowd's applause than lose my reason, lose my cause. If love is fragile, let it be. I'll guard it like a treasury. I won't trade my heart for a sign, I won't let my kindness die. If mercy makes me look naive, then that's the man I choose to be. Yeah, I won't trade my heart. When the lines are sharp and clear, and everyone says pick right here, I'll stand where heaven meets the ground, where quiet courage makes its sound. I'll keep my hands open wide, even when I'm terrified, because the only thing I know is love's the one thing I can't let go. I won't trade my heart for control, I won't harden what you made whole. If the world forgets who we are, I remember in the dark. I won't trade my heart. Teach me strength that doesn't shout, teach me how to live this out when I'm tempted to become what take my plans, but leave me love and open hands. Meet me under the trees tonight, where the air still feels right. No stage, no screen, no barricades, just borrowed light and simple faith. Bring your doubts, bring your scars, bring your questions, who you are. Nobody checks you at the gate. Love don't need you fixed or safe. Leave the slogan, leave the sign, leave the armor behind. Meet me under the trees, where the roots run deep, where the ground remembers how to keep us free. No them and us, no enemies, just you and me, learning peace. Meet me under the trees. Guitars leaning on the grass, stories trading hands to hands. Someone laughs, somebody cries, nobody asking who's right. Kids chasing fireflies, old souls closing tired eyes. Every prayer don't sound the same, but every heart knows why it came. If the world forgot how to sing, we'll remind it quietly. Meet me under the trees, in the open air, where forgiveness grows like it always cared. No microphones, no guarantees, just shared bread and honesty. Meet me under the trees. If you've been burned by holy words, if you've been hurt by flags unfurled, sit with us a while and see grace move slow but faithfully. We're not here to win a war, we're here to be something more. If love ever had a sound, it's what's happening right now. Meet me under the trees, when the night comes down, where the stars don't argue, they just hang around. No spotlight, no decree, just human hearts learning to breathe. Meet me under the trees. Bless the There's a blanket on the hillside, dust on the strings, someone tuning up a memory, somebody starts to sing. No rush, no perfect timing, no crowd to impress, just a circle getting wider, learning how to listen again. Every chord's a little crooked, every voice a little cracked, but love don't need permission, and it don't need to be exact. Guitars on the grass, sun going down, songs passing hand to hand all around. No ticket price, no backstage pass, just open hearts and songs that last. Guitars on the grass. Someone plays an old folk tune, somebody hums along. A kid beats time on an empty can, like he's known it all along. Stories stitched between the notes, laughter in the space. Every silence feels like grace when nobody's in a race. If the world forgot the sound of hope without a plan, we'll teach it slow and softly with 6 strings and open hands. Guitars on the grass, day turning blue, every song a small reminder what love can do. No headlines chasing us, just moments learning how to trust. Guitars on the grass. I've seen names that never played. Bless the ones who are afraid. Bless the quiet, bless the loud, bless the ones who found this crowd. If heaven sounds like anything, it sounds like this beginning. Guitars on the grass, night breathing in, songs like lanterns lighting up the skin. No finish line, no final task, just stay a while if someone asks. Guitars on the grass, leave them leaning where they lay. We'll pick them up another day. I've watched the questions multiply faster than the days go by. Every yes is sold with doubt, every cure comes with a shout. I've chased solutions dressed in fire, watched them rise and then expire. But one thing keeps surviving, every season, every ride. After all the dust is gone, something get tangled and the truth still hurts. It's not flashy, it's not fast, but it's the only thing that lasts. Love is still the answer. I've seen progress turn to pride, seen good people pick a side. Seen wisdom traded for applause, seen theory written into laws. But underneath the grand design, every heart still beating time. Every soul still wants to know if it's safe to let love show. After every clever plan, we still need a human hand. Love is still the answer when we're tired of being sure, when the fix keeps breaking and the cure needs more. It won't dominate or conquer, it won't sharpen every edge. Love is still the answer that we I don't mean the slogan kind that leaves the work behind. I mean the love that costs you sleep, the kind you promise yourself to keep. But love that listens, love that stays, love that shows up anyway. Love that doesn't need to win, just needs to not give in. Love is still the answer in the grave, when the lines all blur and the night won't say how comes next or how it ends. Love the only means we send. Love is still the answer. I used to think forgiveness meant letting the cold stay in, smiling through the damage done, calling numbness strength. But there's a heat that doesn't rage, a flame that doesn't scar. It burns away the bitterness and leaves me where I am. It doesn't erase the past, it changes what it had. Forgiveness is a fire that warms but doesn't burn. It lights the dark places where I refuse to learn. It doesn't say you're blameless, it doesn't say it's fine. Forgiveness is a fire, and tonight it's mine. I carried ash inside my chest, called it being aware. But every grudge I thought I held was holding me right there. I don't need to keep the wound to prove the cut was real. justify how I feel. If healing's not denial, then this is how it starts. Forgiveness is a fire that clears the air. I can breathe again, standing right here. It doesn't force a reunion, it doesn't cross my lines. Forgiveness is a fire I choose in time. I'm not pretending it was small, I'm not pretending it was fair. I'm just done letting yesterday tell me who I am. If mercy has a temperature, it's steady, not extreme. It melts the chains I didn't know were still attached to me. Forgiveness is a fire that makes me new, not because they change, but because I do. I don't need an apology to start this climb. Forgiveness is a fire, and it's alive. I won't use it as a weapon, I won't hide behind the flame. I'll let it do what fire does, transform without the blame. Forgiveness is a fire I tend with care, not to forget, but to repair. If freedom costs me letting go, then that's the price I'll gladly pay. Forgiveness is a fire that shows a way. Signs, try to outrun the tide, try to hold the sky in place with white-knuckled hands and try. I've burned myself on forecast I was never meant to know, mistook control for wisdom when it was fear below. I don't calm the sea by force, I learned to trust the course. Now God handle the storm, I'll handle the sail. I'll keep my heart steady when the wind's wet. I don't need to wrestle the rain or prove I'm strong. Let God handle the storm, I'll keep moving on. Every wave keeps asking me who I think I am, whether I'm the architect or just another man. I shouted orders at the sky like it owed me peace, but the moment I loosened my grip, the panic started to release. Faith isn't fixing every squall, It's not quitting when you fall. God handle the storm, I'll mind the flame. I'll choose what's steady, not what's loud or rain. If the night feels twice as long and the shore feels gone, let God handle the storm, I'll stay kind and strong. There's a quiet in surrender that doesn't feel like loss. It feels like finally laying down what I could never cross. I still show up, I still